Hey, what's up guys? Shane Carling here. Listen, are you struggling right now in your network marketing business? Are you having a hard time finding new leads? Is it seeming like you're getting a lot more no's than yeses? Does your business feel like it's growing at a standstill and you're just not getting any traction? Well, I'm going to share with you some tips and advice to really understand how to have endurance in your network marketing business. You know, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been in the industry for many years. I basically jumped from company to company at the beginning. I just didn't have any sure footing. I didn't have the right mentoring or guidance. And even though companies most of them are amazing, right? And so it's not about the right company. It was really about being the right person at the right time. And I knew this one thing when I got started, that eventually, if I kept doing it, if I kept practicing, if I kept working on it, eventually I would get good. And being good in network marketing is worth it. It's worth every single second that you were ever not good, okay? Look, it took me 4 years. 4 years of going to every meeting I could, investing in a personal development, reading books, plugging in, trying to book meetings every single day. It took 4 years of just being terrible at it and never making any money and not having any results. Meanwhile, I was working my job and etc. But 4 years before, what happened was those seeds just started to come to fruition, because those 4 years I'm very thankful for, because what I was really doing was growing the roots. And there's a story of the Chinese bamboo, which basically it's this type of bamboo. You have to water it every single day at the same time, and it's just a seed in the ground. You don't even see it. There's no sprout. There's nothing that happens. And you got to be consistent with watering it. And if you don't water it, then what happens is you basically have to start all over from scratch, so you really don't want to miss a day. But at the end of 5 years, what ends up happening is, boom, it just sprouts up, and it goes up faster than anything else out there. And I'm talking like 10 feet a day. It's ridiculous, something astronomical. And it's called the Chinese bamboo. Now, you're the same way. You see, your whole life has led you up to this moment. Everything you've ever done, everything you've ever thought, all the books you've ever read, all the people you've ever met has equaled who you are right now. And I want you to just think about that, because the business of network marketing, it is a marathon. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And the bottom line, the goal is to just finish. You know, I look at what's happened in the last handful of years of my life, and it has been mind-blowing. The money that I've been able to make, the way I've been able to travel, the time freedom that this has been blessing me with, this industry. But I'm so thankful for those first few years of just not being good, because I'm so glad I never quit. I know so many people who quit after 4 days, who quit after 4 weeks, who quit after 4 months of it not working out like they thought it would, or being harder than they thought, or they showed all their people. Well, do you know how many times I've personally run out of everybody to talk to? I promise you, if you're watching this video, there's literally nothing that you're personally going through that I haven't gone through and just been able to overcome. There's not one thing. I promise you, I've heard enough stories. I've met thousands and thousands of people. I've been through it all. You know what I mean? Like it just, it is what it is. There's always going to be peaks and valleys. Growing a network marketing business is fun. It's not easy. Not until you get good. And it's tough. It's hard work. There's going to be peaks. There's going to be valleys. The road to success isn't like this. It's like, and it starts to work. That's how this whole thing goes. And you've really just got to understand that who you are right now is not the finished product. Who you are right now is not who you're going to be when you reach the top of the company. That's just the bottom line. You have to change. You cannot be the person you are now and go right to the top. You have to become that person first, so that the world, the universe, God, whatever you want to consider, will give you the opportunity to be that person. You've got to become the leader first. You've got to cultivate. You've got to do the inside work. So you really got to understand that it takes time. You've got to go through it. I'm just so glad that I never quit, because I'll never forget what it was like to have a $10,000 month. And you know, I was involved with the business, and I didn't make any money, and all of a sudden, poof, like after 1 year of being involved with something, all of a sudden it started to work. And I started making tens of thousands of dollars in a month. It was mind-blowing because I was this broke kid who I just knew that eventually it was going to work. And eventually, one person would join here, down the road, another person would join there. But what happened was fireworks. It just started to explode. It started to grow and grow and grow. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. Wow. I can't believe this is actually going down. Like, this is real. But it took time. See, the thing is, when I looked at it, I was like, I was terrible for 4 years, but I never quit. Terrible for 4 years straight. And some of y'all look at this and you're like, oh, I've been doing this for 4 months and I've talked to all my people and I don't have anybody left to talk to. I was like, okay, yeah, you and me both, buddy. You and me both, okay? But the only difference is I ran out of people to talk to, so I talked to them again and again and again and again. Eventually, I started meeting new people. But you know what the biggest thing I realized was when I ran out of people? That was the area I needed to develop. See, getting the rejection, that wasn't my thing. I was okay with hearing people say no. That wasn't what stopped me. What my problem was finding new people. Legit just ran out of people. So you had to become resourceful. You had to find how to build relationships with people. Now, instead of talking to, tons of people and just trying to go through the numbers, I build quality, lasting friendships, relationships with people. Because I genuinely care about people. And I learned that I had to develop that skill. That was where I was weak. That was what my problem was. And it's network marketing. So do not consider your current level of relationships your final level of relationships. You will always be growing, always expanding. You will meet new people. You just have to get good at that. So don't be scared about it. Don't be so worried about what's happening with other people's opinions. Don't get caught up in the head game. Just work on the skill of meeting new people if that's what your issue is. That was what mine was. And I realized that that's where I need to focus on. So that's where I focused on. How do I meet new people? How do I connect with people? And what that has done is completely enriched my life. Now I've got hundreds, if not even, I don't even know how many, probably thousands of relationships, people that I'm friends with, because I focused on that skill. People will join you. Doesn't matter about your business, product, or opportunity. They'll join you. And when people know that they can trust you, they like you, they would like to work with you, they want to make money with you, they would like to travel with you, they would like to do things with you, then you've got a team. And you've got a bunch of people that will stick with you. You're going to have loyalty. You're going to create your own culture, your own tribe of people. But they first have to like you. So you got to up your skills. So the bottom line is that not only do you have to have the endurance to keep going through the motions, but you've got to do the inner work. You've got to do the stuff that it takes to become the next level, the next version of you. This is Shane 2.0. You know what I mean? Shane 3.0 is coming, then Shane 4.0, then Shane 5.0. Who is the you right now that's watching this video, and who is the you that you will become? When's the 2.0 version coming, right? You got to keep upping your skill, upping your game, upping your skill set. So if you're struggling, understand this, that you can fast track yourself a whole lot by just simply identifying that, oh, hey, hang on a second, if I'm having a hard time booking meetings, then it's meeting people that I need to focus on. How do I start learning how to win friends and influence people? Well, there's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's by Dale Carnegie. I highly recommend that you read that book. It will teach you how to win friends and influence people. It's an amazing book. Just read it. It's kind of like one of those things you should read. You should listen to the audio. You should get that because it helps you actually learn the dynamics in human relationships and learn how to connect with people in a much more genuine way and understand the structures of what we all sort of adhere to that we don't really vocalize, but this book does. It's a great book. So again, focusing on that. So you've got to have the endurance. Number one, you've got to do the self-work. You've got to sow the seeds inside yourself. And that has to happen by watering. You've got to show up to events. I don't care if you have had no luck inviting people. You got to keep showing up to events. Keep showing up to trainings. Keep doing the work. If I'm okay to do it for 4 years, I know that some people have done that for 5, 6, 7 years. There's a gentleman named Holton Buggs who never made more than $500 in a year for his first 7 years, but now he makes $1.3, $1.4 million per month. Now, ask yourself this one big question. What if he would have quit? Well, he makes more money in a month than most people make in a lifetime. Was it worth it? When I started looking at, hey, I was able to make more money in a couple or a few months than I had in the previous year. Were the 4 years worth it? Absolutely. Same thing with you. So you got to understand that it's a season of your life. You've got to sacrifice. You've got to be willing to put in the time, the work, the energy, the effort for a window of your life. And you've got to be dedicated. You cannot quit. You cannot lose focus. You can't get shiny object syndrome. You got to stay put. You got to stay focused. You got to stay dedicated. You got to make it work. That's how you get this thing to go. So I want you to understand that, guys. Listen, I hope you like this video. Remember, there's always a way out. There's always a way to more. More is coming as long as you don't quit. So you got to get excited. You got to pay attention. You got to never quit and stay plugged in, stay dedicated, and focus on your weaknesses. If you're having a hard time growing your business, focus on what area, dissect yourself and figure it out. Okay, well, I'm not good at closing. I'm not good at inviting. I'm not good at presenting. I'm not good at this. Figure it out where it is and work on that one skill at a time. And don't worry about running out of people to talk to. You will figure it out. Keep knocking and the door will open for you. Ask and you will receive. But you've got to do it with repetition because you've got to continuously sow those seeds. You've got to continuously work. So guys, I'll let you get back on to your day here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to rocking this business with you. So please subscribe now to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shane Carling or Shane Tyler Victor Carling. And I look forward to seeing you guys down the road. Take care.